Dokibird is suing Nijisanji. Elira has come out to claim that Selen doxed Millie, Enna, and her addresses through lawsuit documents. Vox Akuma claims Selen Tatsuki had secret recordings of him. Nijisanji CEO himself made an announcement addressing Selen Tatsuki's termination. Anycolor stock price has dropped by 15%. All while Dokibird is claiming the lawsuit documents were private and only Nijisanji lawyers and not the VTubers associated were allowed to see them. Welcome to the channel where we talk about all things VTuber. I'm Rex Nebula, and today I have a story for you. Honestly, the next two videos I was planning to make for this channel were supposed to be celebrations, where we talked about Dokibird's return and all the community support and love she received from us. Unfortunately, Nijisanji dropped the bomb on Dokibird. I think most of you will be aware that Selen's termination notice dropped a while ago, and after that Dokibird returned. We thought all the controversy was over. Doki was saying she wanted to put everything behind her. She wanted to celebrate the Lunar New Year for the sake of new beginnings. We were all so happy that we were able to be called dragoons again. We all wanted to move on, but Nijisanji didn't see it that way. Nijisanji dropped two bombshell video announcements. The first video was from Elira Pendora's channel, and the second was Riku Tazumi coming out to talk to everyone on the Nijisanji channel. Apparently, all the controversy that was generated because Nijisanji messed up Selen's termination announcement was too much for them. And now both Nijisanji CEO and a lot of the VTubers belonging to Nijisanji En have responded to Selen Tatsuki's termination and the controversy involved. This is the worst case scenario. Elira's channel released a video where three livers, basically Elira herself, Vox Akuma, and Ike Eveland, talked about Selen Tatsuki at length. Anycolor CEO would also respond to the situation as well to apologize to the VTuber community as well as their investors because the stock prices for Anycolor was dropping. We will talk about everything that has happened in the last 24 hours in this video. This includes the secret messages Selen Tatsuki had with her manager during Christmas that led to Nijisanji's management privating the video, The Last Cup of Coffee, as well as all the accusations hurled against Dokibird, who is also known as Selen Tatsuki in her past life. Before we talk about Elira's bombshell video, let's take a look at Dokibird's response. Now, Elira's video went out while Dokibird was streaming, so there was probably no way she could have found out that her old co-workers were accusing her of doing something behind her back. Thankfully, Dokibird would be informed and she would find out that Nijisanji had put out a video against her, so Doki was able to respond on stream. Here's the clip.
A lot of stuff going on. Also, a little bit of a note for those who are wondering. All I will say is that I will put up another statement in later on because I believe there are some lies being told right now, and I have further evidence and proof later on. So that is all I'm gonna say regarding this. There was a signed legal consent between me and the management that it was just going to be between me, my lawyer, and management. But the fact that they released that to others is considered illegal because that was not supposed to be seen by anyone else. And it was signed by me, my lawyer, and other lawyers.
As Doki said on her Neopets livestream, she said the lawyer documents were not supposed to be shown to the livers of Nijisanji, and Nijisanji could be breaking some NDAs by showing them to their VTubers. While this Neopets livestream was supposed to be Dokibird's first gameplay stream, after she came back, the stream had to be cut short because she had to go talk to a lawyer. You can see it's less than 30 minutes long. Dokibird would also go onto Twitter to respond to the allegations made against her by saying the following: I will say that the lawsuit documents was never supposed to be shown to anyone other than me, my lawyer, and other relevant lawyers. It was a private document with my own personal information and was used as a legal document to help my lawyer and document my thoughts. It was never supposed to be released anywhere else to any other parties outside of the legal department. It makes me wonder if my medical and hospital records were also released without my consent, as that was also promised to me to be kept private. Doki would also say, I am currently talking to my lawyer and thankfully only my diagnosis and reason for hospital stay was reported without further private info being disclosed. It was requested that none of this info should be revealed to anyone other than legal departments. Thank you everyone for the support. I really wish things didn't have to go this way. I didn't say anything more and I was ready to move on and start a new life. By saying she was ready to move on and start a new life, Dokibird was referencing her first livestream, especially at the end, where she put out her final statement stating she was ready to put everything behind her for the sake of the Lunar New Year, for the sake of new beginnings. And she would not say anything else after the end of that livestream. Dokibird is only responding because Nijisanji forced her hand, because Nijisanji put out 2 videos accusing her of certain things that were blatantly lies. Many fans of Dokibird's, the Dragoons as we are called, were concerned that Nijisanji may have broken confidentiality agreements, so a lot of us were not happy. Just know. Obviously, after the Elira video, where a lot of the stuff in those legal documents were discussed, not at length, but some details were in there, because Nijisanji knew that the fans didn't like that video, because the video on Elira's channel generated so much backlash, Nijisanji had to respond with this long tweet clarifying that they did nothing wrong by breaking NDAs. Nijisanji would say they are aware of the concerns that have arisen from the livestream they did earlier where Elira, Vox and Ike Eveland talked about certain information that was in Selen Tatsuki's lawsuit documents, which she had shared with Anycolor, her company. Because Selen and her lawyer mentioned the possibility they might sue Nijisanji as well as some Nijisanji Vtubers, Nijisanji wanted to check the validity of Selen's statements, and so they just shared some necessary parts of the lawsuit documents with their VTubers, and this led to an internal investigation. Nijisanji claims they have not made any confidentiality violations regarding the lawsuit documents, and they did not share any information or documents which Selen's lawyers requested they shouldn't do. Nijisanji would say their VTubers are not held to any confidentiality obligations regarding the information shared to them from Anycolor Inc., and thus there are no legal issues regarding the information shared to the public in the stream made by their livers. And then we have this community note where the Twitter users have made saying Selen on her new account as Dokibird confirmed that she was promised that the lawsuit information would only be shown to the lawyers of Nijisanji as it was a human resources complaint, and that sharing this information without consent may be a violation of the Dipeda as Dokibird is Canadian. Sorry for butchering that. Dokibird's manager, Mr. Man, would deny that Nijisanji was acting in good faith, and he would say confidential is confidential. You cannot share this information with third parties without redacting it. Poor choice. Right, now we explore what Nijisanji's allegations towards Selen Tatsuki aka Dokibird is, and we start with the video on Elira Pendora's channel. She volunteered to have the allegation video put up on her channel, and this is the video that Dokibird was responding to when she was playing neopets on her livestream. The second video from Riku Tazumi, the CEO of Nijisanji, would come a couple hours later after this video. So let's take a look at it. We'll go through everything quickly. This is Elira Pendora. She would say, hello everyone, thank you for your patience during my absence. Myself and some others will be speaking out about the recent situation in 30 minutes from now. He's going to speak about the Nijisanji termination of Selen Tatsuki. Let's have a look. So, Elira asked Nijisanji and their legal team regarding what they could say on livestream, and Elira has revealed that Selen Tatsuki provided some lawsuit documents which contained some information that could lead to doxing of the VTuber talents of Nijisanji. Elira would confirm that Millie, Enna, and her address, basically Elira's own address, is on those lawsuit documents. Elira would say some of Selen's claims in the documents were untrue and that she was scared of speaking out. Elira would apologize to her fans, and she would go on to say that once Selen Tatsuki's music video, The Last Cup of Coffee, was privated, a lot of Nijisanji VTubers were very concerned and they reached out to Selen Tatsuki. When Selen was in the hospital, apparently Nijisanji VTubers were so worried they asked the manager to confirm that Selen was safe through her emergency contact, and that was Elira Pendora's statement. Now, before we continue, I just want to say that the lawsuit documents that Selen has provided is private, and no one has access to it except for maybe Selen, basically Dokibird, a lawyer, as well as Nijisanji, and the people in Nijisanji. So we haven't seen the lawsuit documents yet. Hopefully never. Now we move on to Vox Akuma's side of the story. Vox claimed that after the last cup of coffee was made private, Selen was asked to send the content information to her manager, and Vox would show screenshots of Selen's DMs with her manager. I will show you the DMs now. You can see the messages show that Selen's manager was saying that the music video had ex-livers in it, so the manager needed more time to confirm if it was okay to show, but the audio was okay. This all happened on Christmas Day, 25th of December, so it sucks. By the way, by saying ex-livers, the manager is referring to VTuber talents who have graduated from Nijisanji. Basically, Nina Kosaka and Mista, who graduated from Nijisanji before the music video was made public. Then on the 26th of December, the manager asked why Selen released the video before the manager could get confirmation. So the manager would set the video to private. Selen's manager would also ask her not to post anything on social media before confirming the contents of the tweet with her. Selen would post a tweet asking us all to re-upload the music video Last Cup of Coffee and to share the music video, which all of us did. Vox Akuma claims the Last Cup of Coffee would have been unprivated as all livers had to go through this music video process. Vox claimed that Selen had exhibited this similar pattern of behavior in her Fall Guys tournament in August, as well as her voice pack in May in the same year, as well as her outfit contest. Basically, Vox is claiming that Selen would be given clear communication, the same as all the VTubers there, but she refused to cooperate. After posting the tweet telling everyone to re-upload the music video, management at Nijisanji punished Selen for not cooperating. Many Nijisanji English Vtubers were not happy with the situation as they felt the statements harmed them as a group because of this. Many of them, including Vox Akuma, went to ask Selen why she made the tweet because it made everyone look bad. Vox would also say that Selen's lawyer claimed that this event was the build-up of past experiences that led to the accusations where she was bullied and harassed. Vox would go on to claim that he supported Selen the best he could. He had seen the documents, and after that, he felt the claims in the documents were simply untrue, and what he did was not harassment in any form. Vox revealed that after reviewing court documents, he found out that Selen had secretly recorded him during the time of the AR Live event when it was cancelled last year. He can't remember what he said, but Vox would claim that Selen was using the recording as proof that Nijisanji staff was showing favoritism. Apparently, Vox was not reprimanded for making a tweet, and Vox would confirm that the manager said the reason why they didn't punish Vox was because they didn't want to cause more controversy. Vox would claim he was asked to delete multiple tweets on many occasions, which was the same for many other VTubers in Nijisanji. Vox was not happy that someone he trusted, basically Selen, had recorded him in secret throughout his entire friendship, and that she had held these secret recordings for an entire year without his knowledge. Vox confirmed that Selen Tatsuki had told him privately regarding her grievances and problems within the company. He helped Selen make choices even when Selen was trying to graduate. He claims that leaving Nijisanji was always an option and that Selen had told her fellow co-workers on multiple different occasions that she was planning to graduate. Apparently, Selen said that she was planning to graduate on the day they hosted the Prism Cup, but that didn't happen. Vox would say that after Selen broke a couple of rules, she was warned by staff in May last year, and then after that she would tell the other co-workers, the VTubers at Nijisanji, that she was going to be terminated, when in reality she was being warned. Again, this is Vox's statement. Please take this with a grain of salt. We don't know what's the truth yet. Vox would say he was sometimes so angry regarding Selen's problems within the company that he was considering graduating with her in solidarity, and he said that suicide should never be taken lightly. Vox would end his statement by saying no one should harass Selen Tatsuki or her reincarnation. Now we move on to Ike Eveland, who is talking about Selen. So I considered Selen a friend, and I remember this vividly. He was one of the male VTubers who would collab with Selen often. Not very regularly, but more regularly than the other guys. Ike said he was shocked when Nijisanji revealed that Selen's lawyer had sent over some lawsuit documents. He was sad when he read Selen's documents. He felt it was hurtful and disappointing. and Ike would say he is re-examining the entire friendship with Selen Tatsuki, felt the documents had harmful private information, and that it was very terrifying to have all of it being shown to him. He was very stressed, and he wanted the public to know about the existence of the documents. Ike Eveland would also say this entire controversy should be handled by the lawyers, and he asked that no one should ask them to talk about the video and the Selen Tatsuki termination beyond this point, and to not pressure them into saying anything else that they don't want to say. This video did not go over well with the people in the chat. You can see initially there was a lot of people sending their love to Elira and to the people in the video, but as time moved on, things started to take a turn for the worse as a lot of people didn't like what the livers had to say in the video, with some even accusing them of reading scripts. There were a lot of people spamming L in the chat, indicating that the people on the live stream were losing. The fan base was split. Some were asking their peers to be respectful, and the other half was basically ignoring those pleas and spamming L in the chat. This is not an ideal situation. It doesn't look good for Nijisanji, because the public opinion is on Dokibird's court, which is assuring for dragoons like us. It's still sad to see though. Moving on, we talk about Riku Tazumi, the CEO of anycolor, has come out to respond to the Selen Tatsuki termination because the stock price is dropping. Has dropped 15% in the past 5 days. This is bad for stocks. This is very bad. Nijisanji's official account would tweet out this statement saying in this video, the CEO of anycolor will be addressing concerns that have arisen as a result of recent events regarding the contract termination of Selen Tatsuki, titled Addressing Your Concerns. And that, my friends, is Riku Tazumi, the CEO of Nijisanji, frowning. And he is about to bow. Riku would apologize for causing concerns to many people as well as the VTubing community. He apologizes for misunderstandings caused by the notice on anycolor's investor relations pages. He's talking about the investor document where there were only 2 sentences and it was simply the impact of Selen Tatsuki's termination would have negligible impact on company's performance, which didn't go lightly with investors. They were not happy. Fans were also making fun of it. Nijisanji CEO would reveal that investors were asking questions whether Selen's termination would affect performance, and so as a response, anycolor published the 2-sentence notice to say Selen's termination was negligible on Nijisanji's financial performance. The CEO would apologize for using the word negligible. He admits everyone in the VTuber industry felt that anycolor was underestimating the impact of Selen's contract termination or Selen herself. He regrets the outcome and he's rethinking how his English communication teams are operating. Riku admits that Selen made a lot of contributions which helped Niji grow. He says it's unfortunate that their relationship ended the way it did, and he regrets that the notice was worded wrongly. He apologizes if the wording did not value their VTubers properly. Riku would respond to accusations that anycolor may or may not have provided a safe environment where their VTubers would preserve and maintain their mental health. Riku says that they take full responsibility for this situation. He apologizes to the VTubers who received hurtful messages because of the company's horrible PR management. Nijisanji is taking things very seriously right now, and he said that some livers may take breaks from social media. As for the new changes, Nijisanji is planning to implement a new internal systems so livers can maintain their health and well-being while streaming. He's planning on establishing better reporting systems, and Riku wants to create a place where they can identify and resolve things quickly. Now, Riku will start talking about the questions that Nijisanji has received. A lot of people were asking if anycolor had been taking care and supporting Niji enough. He says that based on the YouTube content, they don't have any official programs available until fall of last year, 2023. He admits that they cancelled the Nijisanji AR live event Colors in February 2023. He admits the lack of 3D live content and says that they've spent the past year recruiting and working with English staff to make content for Niji Nijisanji has been working on many new projects that are still currently in progress. They started the work since last year, but a lot of them are still up in the air. One of the events that got delayed is an in-game event stream on the 11th of February, which was delayed to review and ensure the livers' well-being. Riku is obviously talking about the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Special Battle event that was supposed to be held on February the 11th, but it was cancelled because they had to take care of their lives' well-being. Nijisanji CEO Riku Tazumi would end the video by apologizing for recent events. He has said that the VTubers in his company are irreplaceable and they are beyond business partners, which is why the VTubers must be protected at all costs. Riku would apologize for one final time and bow for one final time before ending the video. And that's it. Those are all the responses that Nijisanji has given regarding the situation, and you have seen Doki's response. Dokibird has said that she is planning to release a statement because Nijisanji has released their own. Obviously, a lot of things are still ongoing. This battle has not ended. A lot of large YouTubers are covering this situation. This situation has spiraled outside of the VTuber community. Even before Nijisanji put out this announcement, these two announcements, a lot of the people in the YouTuber community at large are aware of the Selen Tatsuki termination notice, of the PR disaster, and now a lot of them are covering the situation. I think I saw a video of Asmongold spent 1 hour just talking about this entire situation. It's getting worse. It's starting to look like an all-out war. Honestly, I'm just worried about Doki. The way I feel about this situation is everyone loses. Nijisanji has more resources and money than Doki ever will. Doki is just one person, and Nijisanji has so much money to just put into lawyers. So how is Doki supposed to win the lawsuit? A lot of people like to think that the legal system prioritizes justice. I don't think so. I don't think justice will always be served. I believe that the legal system can screw you over if the other side is willing to spend money to screw you over. I think Nijisanji has all the money it needs to delay the court battle, to starve Dokibird out, and I'm not happy with this situation. I think it's obvious by now who I'm siding with. Dokibird just came back. She was willing to put everything behind her. And what does she get in response? This entire nightmare. Can only hope she comes out on top. The rest of us can claim that the public opinion is on our side and that Dokibird will thrive. But what happens if she loses a lawsuit? It doesn't matter how much positivity we give her. It doesn't matter how much we support her. Because at the end of the day, if Selen loses a lawsuit, she could be jailed. She could be forced to pay something beyond her means, maybe millions of dollars for suing Nijisanji. We can only hope for the best. We can only hope that the worst case scenario doesn't happen. I'm just scared at this point. When I read the Selen Tatsuki termination notice, I had a premonition when I saw those two words, legal counsel. Nijisanji was talking to the legal counsel of Selen Tatsuki. I was worried. I had an inkling that this would go to a lawsuit, and unfortunately I was right. I hoped it wasn't the case, but it happened. If Nijisanji just stayed quiet and just put this behind him, I think we would have found out about the lawsuit sometime in the future where everything was settled. It was a happy ending. Maybe she was forced to pay some small pennies. It's fine. But now the CEO himself, the CEO of Nijisanji, Riku Tazumi, has come out and he has made a statement. You know why? You see this bottom line right here? This is Riku Tazumi's bottom line. Investors are selling their Nijisanji stock. Now that his business is jeopardized, he's forced to take action. That action could lead to anything. I honestly hope the Dokibird comes out on top. I can only hope. We can only hope. You see that? That is a 90-degree bow. That is an admission of guilt that he has done something wrong, that he needs to apologize for something. When this happens, when the CEO is bowing, in Japan, it means something bad. This is bad. It's gotten to the point where the CEO has to get involved, so the lawsuit is going to be prioritized. They're going to throw a lot of money into the lawsuit. Because if they win it, at the very least, they will regain some wins. They will regain some reputation. Because if the courts judges you to be in the right, people will feel you are in the right, regardless of the underlying problems, regardless of everything. That fucking sucks. I don't fucking care. If Nijisanji continues to thrive, they can continue to make money and be happy. What's wrong with that? Let the VTubers in there be happy. But why drag Selen down? Why drag Dokibird down? It sucks. It just sucks. I honestly hope. We can only hope that this situation improves. I'm ending the video. I'm depressed as hell. Here's a video of Yago congratulating Pecora and being happy. This is Rex Nebula signing out. Subscribe if you want. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. This situation is getting worse.
Con peco, con peco, con peco.